What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk in regards to Anthony Joshua. Oleksandr Usyk has warned that he will push Anthony Joshua to comply with the WBO rules, which states they must meet in a mandatory title fight. Joshua has agreed in financial terms on two big fights with Tyson Fury, as we know, to decide who is the undisputed champion, but the other contenders have other plans, okay? Oleksandr Usyk has been the WBO mandatory challenger for more than 1 year. His co-promoter, Oleksandr Usyk, who works alongside Eddie Hearn, told Sky Sports this. He said he has agreed to let AJ versus Pulev happen with regards that the winner fights him next. This statement is still solid. Our plan A is beat Derek Chisora. B, push for the AJ comply with WBO rules or vacate the title. C, defeat AJ or any other WBO champion or contender and become the heavyweight champion. Simple and practical. Of course, we know Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois are next highest ranking WBO contenders to Usyk that could be ordered to meet if Joshua's belt became vacant, as we already did a video about that earlier this morning. Usyk first warned that he intends to become heavyweight champion after knocking out Tony Bellew in a defense of his undisputed cruiserweight title. Okay, asked who Usyk's ideal opponent in heavyweight fight, he said AJ or Fury, the one who has the belt and is ready to face the undisputed cruiserweight champion. We keep Joshua in mind, but anything may happen. Okay, when I'm trying to build my record, I want opponents like Usyk to say that I've defeated him, said Joshua. He says he uses his feet well and positions his hands, and he's a one hell of a fighter. Okay, let me stop there because let me counterpunch what Usyk intends to do. It sounds like a good plan. I think Oleksandr Usyk is absolutely right. I know that it's a big, huge fight with Fury, but then people have to understand and respect the protocol, okay, on how you do things, because he's already allowing Kubrat Pulev to fight Anthony Joshua, and had he not, the IBF would have stripped Joshua of that IBF fight, and and then either Pulev would have ended up fighting for it, or he would have just had it and fought someone else for it. Whatever, they would have stripped him. Okay, the WBO, is a little bit more lenient. They're right under the WBC, if you ask me, within leniency. However, I think Oleksandr Usyk, regardless of what's going on in the sport of boxing or the potential fighting with Tyson Fury, I think he's entitled to his shot, especially from him allowing that fight to happen. He allowed another champion or another mandatory fight in another sanctioning body to go in ahead of himself, on top of preparing himself to fight David Chisora. So I think that Oleksandr Usyk is absolutely right because of all the talks you hear of AJ and Fury that could bring his opportunity to a screeching halt unless he forces it. So I can understand why he would force it. If I'm Oleksandr Usyk, I will do the same thing. I don't fault him for that. Now, is that the ideal fight do we want to see? No. However, do I still want to see it? Is it a dangerous fight for AJ if he fights Usyk? Yes, because he's experimental. We don't really know how AJ will match up with Usyk, okay? And we won't know until the day. But Usyk's very clever, he's very quick, and I think he can use his size and speed as an advantage in that fight. So, the more we talk about potential roadblocks, the more we get rid of roadblocks, the more roadblocks occur. So it's very, very tricky in this situation, simply because we have these guys that they are entitled to an opportunity. Their spot needs to be counted, okay? And I think if Pulev himself is able to get his opportunity, then certainly Usyk deserves the same manner. Okay, so again, I want to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, but not at the Not at the expense of messing over another fighter. I don't want Oleksandr Usyk to turn into someone like Dillian White, because I think and I feel that that distracts a fighter on down the trough. Okay. And that makes a fighter bitter. It makes them aggravated. You know what I mean? It doesn't make them motivated, I don't think. You know, some people, yes, some people, no. But I just hope Oleksandr Usyk gets his opportunity, just like Kubrat Pulev. It's only fair, people. That's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about Oleksandr pushing the issue. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.